Hey guys, Chris from Hockey Tutorial here, and today in this video we're going to be taking a look at some essential things that every hockey player should consider before the new season kicks in. Now this is going to be everything from some things that we want to make sure that we have inside our bags, but also the mindset that we return back to hockey with. Now what I mean by this is as the new season approaches, it's a really good idea to sit down and think about what you hope to gain or you hope to achieve in this new season. If it's a case of taking that one step further to being able to make hockey your career, it's always good to think about what steps you need to take to be able to achieve that. If it's a case of making sure that you have the coach or the training buddy that's going to be able to help you get to the next level, or if it even means the consideration of changing the team that you play for or the arena that you train at to be able to help you get to the next point in your career or the career that you're trying to pursue. It's always good to just take some time out to think about what you need to do to be able to do that. Most importantly, what's going to enable you to do that is to set yourself goals, but make sure that the goals that you set are achievable, so when the season comes to a close, you don't feel like you've missed out. Make sure that what you try and task yourself with doing is something that you are actually going to be able to achieve. Now, on the other scale of that is, if you're just playing hockey for fun, think about what you can do with the upcoming season that's coming to make sure that you can maximize not only the amount of fun that you have, but the amount of time and development you have on the ice. Again, if that means finding a coach or a clinic that's going to help you progress in the game, or if it means changing teams or arenas that you train at to find a team that kind of fits your personality a bit better, these are all things that you want to consider before we're back into the full swing of hockey again. Now, when we take a look at our equipment, the first thing that I'm definitely going to suggest that you take a look at is making sure that you have all of your equipment inside your bag. If you've not been playing hockey for the last few months, you've had a nice break or you've been on vacation, make sure that everything that you need inside your bag is there. Make sure that you've not lost a glove or you've not lost a leg pad. Now, the next point is making sure that all of your equipment is serviceable. And what I mean by that is all of the pieces of equipment inside your bag are still going to be usable for the entire season that's about to come before us. Now, what that means is just taking some time out to look over your equipment. Your gloves, are the palms completely shredded and gone? Do you need to replace them? Your skates, making sure that your blade, your holder, your rivets, the boot itself is still intact. If you notice that there's a lot of rust building up on your rivets of the skates, you might need to consider changing them. Or if it means that your holder is literally about to separate from the boot, again, it might be worth considering an upgrade. Another vital piece of equipment is going to be your helmet. Take a few minutes just to look at your helmet. Make sure all of the clips are there. There's no screws that are floating around that are loose. Make sure the helmet is still going to be able to protect you on the ice. This is easily going to be the most critical piece of protective equipment that you have. So if this thing is beaten up, if it has any cracks or chips in it or missing pieces, get yourself a helmet repair kit. If that doesn't work, then definitely consider replacing the helmet. This is going to be a big one because it's incredibly important that you keep this protected on the ice. Now from there, something that I always notice when I'm sharpening skates at different tournaments that we go to, or showing players how the Sparks machine works, is that some players' boots will have barely any blade or runner left. The blade or the runner will be incredibly thin. Now this is definitely going to affect the way that you perform and skate on the ice. So it doesn't mean that you have to consider replacing the entire skate, depending on how old the boot is and how available the runners or the blades are. You might just be able to very easily, very quickly replace the runner or the blade. This is going to have numerous benefits for you, and we did a whole video on all of the best runners that are available in today's market. The link will be down below in the video description for that. If you're one of these players that has that super thin blade, consider replacing it because the new season starts out, your skates are going to get sharpened more and more, you're going to have even less blade to perform with on the ice. So definitely consider changing them. On the subject of skates, checking your laces is going to be something quick and easy that you can do that's definitely going to be beneficial. Make sure that your laces aren't cut, that they're still good to take you through another season, and if they're not, replace them. Something else that I notice with player skates is they'll often have laces that are too long for their skates. Laces come in a variety of different sizes, and they actually have the size of the skate that the laces are intended for on the boxes. So make sure that you get the right length laces so you don't find yourself having to deal with excess lace hanging around your skates. This leads us very nicely onto sharpening your skates. Definitely something that you want to do before the season begins. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a pair of skates that allow you to change the runners fairly easily, it might be worth considering having an extra or a backup pair of runners or skate blades. This means that you can have both sets sharpened, have one inside your bag in a case, so if anything happens, you break a steel or you lose an edge and you don't have time to have them sharpened, you can just switch out the runners or the blades and get going on the ice. So this is definitely something you might want to consider. On the subject of skate sharpening, if you play very frequently or there are multiple people in your family or your house that play hockey, maybe it's worth considering picking up your own skate sharpener. From where I live, I know how difficult it is to have a consistent sharpen done every single time you get it done. So having the ability to sharpen our own skates in our office in the HQ right here makes a very big difference. I'll put a link down below in the video description, so if you are considering picking up a skate sharpener like the Sparks, there'll be a link down there for you to get more information and for you to pick up your own one. Now, something that goes a long way with any hockey player is going to be a new water bottle. If you've been using the one that you have for a while, they can get kind of nasty on the inside. This is something that's really inexpensive and easy to replace, and it'll go a really long way. So make sure before the season kicks off, if you need one, you pick up a new water bottle. Something else to consider will be your stick. Now, if you've been using your stick for a while and it's either got chips, maybe a few cracks, or maybe even if it's lost pop in its shots, it might be worth considering replacing your hockey stick. Now, there's a lot of different options out there, and we recently just posted a video on 5 things every hockey player should know before they buy a stick. That will be linked down below in the video description. Before you pick up a stick, regardless of how long you've been playing or if you're new to the game, watch that video because it shares a lot of insight about the things that you really need to consider before you buy a new stick. So check this video out if you're considering replacing your hockey stick for the new season. Now, this brings us to the last one, and that's going to be your hockey bag. Now, hockey bags take a lot of abuse. They get dragged from trunks, thrown into the back of coaches and buses, dragged across locker rooms, thrown down. A whole season of that can take its effect, take its toll on a bag. If your bag is shredded, it has holes, or if you just have a very old bag and you're considering replacing it, I would strongly suggest looking at Grit's hockey bags. Now, what I love about Grit's bags is not only are they very organized, very spacious, they're breathable bags, especially their Airbox shoulder bag and their Flex Tower bag. These bags air out your equipment with you having to do the minimal amount of work. Like their Airbox hockey shoulder bag. That's currently the hockey shoulder bag that I'm using right now, and it's the bag that I've used for well over a year. I love this bag because it's a traditional hockey shoulder bag, but it has storage dividers inside the bag, so every piece of equipment has its place. That, number one, makes it really easy to identify if something's missing. It makes it super easy to make sure that you have everything there, nice and organized, very, very quick and accessible for you to get ready quickly. But the best feature of this bag is that it breathes. The entire bag is made from a very durable mesh that breathes. So even if the bag is closed and it's set down somewhere, it's still able to get a good circulation of air going through the entire structure of the bag, which means if you don't like taking your equipment out to air it out, this will be a great option for you because it's a super easy way to make sure that your equipment is always aired out without having to remove anything from the bag. It's definitely my favorite hockey bag. As the new season approaches, during the off season, hopefully all of you have been working out to make sure that you keep your bodies in shape for the new season that's fast approaching. If you haven't, make sure that you start. Make sure that you're considering what you're going to be doing off of the ice to keep your body in shape for the season. Even if you play hockey for fun, there's absolutely nothing wrong with going to the gym and making sure that you're conditioning your body so you can play to the best of your ability on the ice. We filmed a ton of workout videos for during the season and during the off season for you to do. Doesn't matter what level you play at, these workouts are going to be designed to make you stronger, make you faster, and just allow you to perform to the best of your ability on the ice. The link will be down below in the video description so you can check these out in more detail. But this is definitely something you want to consider. Moving really nicely from there, it's going to be nutrition. If you're serious about hockey, or if you're using hockey to get into shape or just have fun, what you put into your body will be a direct result of what your body's able to give you back. So make sure that you think about what you're eating before games, after games, during tournaments. Again, we've created a video on all of this. There will be a link down below in the video description for you to check it out in more detail, but this is going to be something that I strongly recommend. Doesn't matter what level you play at, you want to make sure that your body is in the best possible shape that you can have it, because that's going to give you strength, that's going to give you balance, it's going to give you confidence, and aside from that, you want to make sure what you're putting into your body is going to reflect that. All of the information will be down below in the video description for you to check out. On the subject of workouts and training, there might also be some off-ice products that you might want to consider getting to help you practice your hockey off the ice. Now, if that's anything from hockey wraparounds to green biscuits, balls, or something to be able to stick handle around like the My Enemy system, or even something that's incredibly fun and challenging like the My Puzzle system, these are all designed to help you develop your hands, your coordination, your stick handling off of the ice. And it's definitely going to be something that, regardless of what level you play at, you want to consider picking up to help you become a better hockey player. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you think there's anything that we missed out in your Back to Hockey Essentials, please leave a comment down below with what your suggestion is, because anyone that's watching this video and reading the comments might be able to benefit from what you suggest, and you might be able to help somebody out. So please leave those down there below in the comment section. All of the videos that I've referenced, from the 5 things every hockey player needs to know about sticks to the nutritional videos, workout videos, all down below in the video description so you can watch them and hopefully they'll help you out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe before you go anywhere. But seriously, while you're watching this right now, thumbs up and subscribe so you can stay up to date with everything that we post. Thank you guys and take care till the next video. Thumbs up. subscribe. Take care.